Hey everyone, and welcome to Warzone Middle East. Warzone Middle East is a new RTS that's currently in its pre-alpha stage, but we can already play a couple of missions for one of the factions, the UNI, so let's do just that.
Hello, Commander. UNI, United Western Nations. UNI was created after the great economic collapse in 2017. The major global powers decided to work together to take over the oil resources in the Middle East. Their prime opposition are the GAO forces. UNI has an advantage in terms of armor and weaponry, not to mention they have highly specialized operation squads. With these superior advantages, they should be able to eradicate the opposition's forces quickly and efficiently.
Well, that sounds pretty good, so let's dive straight in. Okay, so here we are in the Middle East.
Hello, Commander. We are in a desert in the Middle East. This would be the best time to practice.
This game in a nutshell.
We'll build a new army and take advantage of the terrain. Let's get started.
Yep, we're in a desert in the Middle East. Summoning up this game nicely. So here we have a construction dozer, which is apparently...
Objectives.
Yep, go to that location. This game has been described as being rather similar to Command & Conquer Generals, which is not a good thing. Which is not a bad thing, sorry, because that's actually a good game.
Objectives complete. Well done, Commander. Now, let's work on learning how to move the camera. W is up. S is down.
Yep, WASD controls, I do appreciate that.
Excellent, Commander. Now that you've learned how to move the camera, it's time to build your base. Use hotkeys to rotate your buildings before placing your building. Q is rotate left. E is rotate right. Now, select your builder. Objectives.
Yep, will do. So let's build a command center. Here we go. Also, let's adjust the camera so it's actually correctly aligned with regard to the radar. Here we go. Yeah, this really looks rather similar to Generals. We've got command centers as our main building. We've got the dozer, which even not only is a construction unit, but is similar to the American and Chinese construction unit. We do have a cactus that should only appear in North America, not in, or at least in the Americas, not in the Middle East, but maybe it was imported. We've got these buildings which maybe can be garrisoned, we'll see. Anyway, let's also build a war factory, which is even called a war factory. Yeah, graphics-wise this game looks alright. I mean, it's still in its pre-alpha stage, so there will probably be a lot of improvements. At the moment, it looks fine, but it looks, to be honest, a little bit sterile. But then again, this is a desert environment, and the looks aren't the most important thing about a game. It's also not the first thing you should care about when you develop one. And apparently you also have oil factories. Not refineries, but pure factories. So can we build more? Oh, we can build diamond trucks, okay. And more builders. Can we actually well, we can afford that. So we've got two resources, oil and money. And apparently this is a resource model from Command & Conquer Generals 2, which was never published, but they had oil as a separate resource. So let's also build a power plant, or can I please build, yeah, there we go, or a power station, and let's in fact build two of them. There we go. Controls are pretty good, camera is smooth, it does have WASD controls, which I do appreciate because it means I don't have to fiddle around with auto hotkey and turn arrow controls into WASD controls. And this looks very unsafe. This is a Tomahawk reactor from Act of War and Act of Aggression. And here we have... wait. Are these literal diamond trucks? Is this a mountain of diamonds?
Well done, Commander. Now that your base is built, it's time to start collecting resources. Select your command center and select your diamond truck. Go to the place indicated on the map.
Okay.
Objectives.
There we go.
Complete. Now that you have collected diamonds, you can convert those diamonds into cash. Don't worry, the command center does it for you. Watch out for traffic jams. Avoid having more than 3 trucks.
Okay, so
Well, Commander, it's time to get to the fun stuff. Intelligence reports will give you locations to find oil. You never know when you'll run into GAO, so make sure to take some firepower. Select the war factory and buy 3 Abrams tanks, 2 Humvee M2, 2 MATV.
yes, sir. Okay, so we have our standard vehicles. I guess this one here is good against infantry, and apparently also against vehicles. And what's the difference between... So these ones here seems to be a little bit better, but also a little bit more expensive. And this one here, the Abrams tank, seems to be our standard combat tank. And I can't get over the fact that this is a literal mountain of diamonds in the desert. That's crazy. I guess maybe they didn't want to directly copy the supply depots from generals, but this is insane. Anyway, let's maybe get our tanks over here. These ones here look alright. As you can see, the faction colors, not like in active aggression where you have trouble telling civilian buildings apart from the player buildings, and your player buildings apart from the opponent's buildings. And it seems like we don't have a barracks, or at least we don't have a barracks yet. Maybe that will be implemented later. Also, I'm not quite sure how UNI is the abbreviation for United Western Nations, but I'm not going to question it because I'm still distracted by this mountain of diamonds. Anyway. Anything else we can do here? Can we buy upgrades or so? No, we cannot. So we've got a power meter here. And we don't really have any indication how much we use. But we seem to have enough, so I guess we're good. And why are you stuck in your factory? Okay, so not quite sure what to do with that is, but let's just build 2 more of you. Maybe you come out then. Or maybe let's build a second war factory so we can... Okay, so we're not allowed to do that.
Unit ready.
Okay, so... Whoa! Oh! Looks like the... God. It's a giant front of blue coming for us. So here's some oil. And apparently we just killed some... I don't know what that is. It seems to be some sort of technical / terrorist van or whatever. And the game crashed. But no worries. We're back here again. So once more we're going to liberate this oil well here. A literal oil well. Not quite sure what kind of enemy units we have here. We definitely have this big tank here. I'm not quite sure whether that's based on any real-life tank model. The Abrams is obviously based on the Abrams. Then we have these guys here. Seem to be your pretty much standard riflemen. Pretty useless. Seem to have AK-47s. And this here seems to be possibly a transport and your standard recon / anti-infantry vehicle. So now that we've liberated this oil well here, can probably exploit it. Let's get a little closer. There we go. Can we get... No, can't get oil trucks yet. Oh, there we go.
For collected oil, you need to buy an oil truck in the oil factory. Your base has become a target. The powerful RJC will be coming for you. You need to build 4 defense buildings. Remember, without any power, your turrets are useless.
Okay, so we now need to build more turrets. So let's do just that.
Unit ready.
I guess this is your standard base defense. I'm not quite sure what this is. This looks more like the anti-tank one, not the anti-infantry one. Provided this game actually has that more or less standard divide. We'll see. Let's have you guys hang out here. And wait for these guys here to raise our base defenses. I don't think we have enough oil for that, but we do have our oil lorries on the way, so we should be good. How much power do these cost? Apparently 10 power, so that's considerable. And I could confirm that building several... Yeah, no, I can't afford that yet. or having several construction units on one building actually speeds up the construction. This is always nice if you need to raise a large or expensive building quickly, such as a new HQ. If you've got a couple of construction units, you can speed that up. Which is more, I don't know whether there's a game that did that first. Obviously Command & Conquer had the case of having construction buildings and production facilities that would allow you to speed up by just having multiple of them, like multiple barracks. But I know that Warcraft, at least Warcraft 2, I'm not quite sure whether it's the case for Warcraft 1, where you can have multiple peasants or peons working on one building, or rather repairing it, which would speed it up, but I think that also costs you extra resources. Not quite sure, but that's not really terribly important because that's not the game we are going to have a look at today. So here we go. Let's have you help, if that's possible, which it is. There we go. And as you can see, that speeds up. And one more defense, and this guy here is performing the all tanker dance. Now this guy's rocking it, or breakdancing on the spot. And why can't I build? Wait, I do have enough resources for that, so please allow me to actually build that thing there. Otherwise I won't be able to finish this tutorial. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. So I had to hit that exact spot. And that seems to be it. I guess we're going to have to survive one attack, and then that's probably it. At least that's what my experience with video game tutorials in general tells me.
Now that you're ready, those RJCs have no idea what's coming their way. Everything is in your hands, Commander. Good luck.
Not quite sure what the RJC is. My guess would be there's one Middle Eastern faction, and there's probably one, maybe, oh damn, you should probably get you guys out of the line of fire here. Oh god, they're coming from all sides. And possibly one Asian faction, or possibly a Russian or a Chinese faction, but that's just my guess. I don't actually know that, but we'll see. I can't really tell you anything about. Is this based on real? Oh, holy hell! That guy went into space. Let's not confront these guys directly. Is this a real life tank model? We'll see. He's that in 99. Maybe that's a Russian model or a Chinese one. I have no idea. But anyway, it's dead now, so we should be victor. Oh, actually, it's not. There we go. Boom! Look at that. So, is that it, or do they have more stuff hanging around anywhere?
Well done, Commander. You destroyed them. Now that you've learned everything, the real fight begins. Good luck.
Ooh, we learned everything. Well, I guess we did.
Mission complete.
And there we go. So, thanks for watching. And I shall see you next time on the first real mission. So far, the impression is pretty good. It's not groundbreaking, but if it fixes a couple of issues, such as the pathfinding, and if it's generally interesting enough, especially with regard to the campaign, that's something I always value, then I can see this going somewhere. And we have to keep in mind that this is still in the pre-alpha stage. And for pre-alpha, it's solid. As I said, not groundbreaking, but I can definitely see this going somewhere. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.